Let's play a thought exercise. Let's assume everyone lies all the time. We would live in a world without trust, where social cohesion would break down, where institutions like the family and places of worship, even government, couldn't survive. As the Catechism of the Catholic Church states, men could not live with one another if there were not mutual confidence that they were being truthful to one another. Of course, this insight begs the question, why do people lie? There are many reasons for dishonesty, but most can be reduced to two motives: greed and jealousy. I deceive so I can have what others have. I lie because I covet. The 8th commandment prohibits lying. The 10th commandment prohibits the desire to have what others have. Let's turn to each in turn. Truth lies at our relationships with God and others. We know God tells us the truth because He's faithful. We assume others tell us the truth because we are social beings and we gravitate towards others we can trust. We even call people who are willing to give up their lives as witnesses to the truth heroes and martyrs. The 8th commandment states, "You shall not bear false witness against your neighbor." The 8th commandment prohibits dishonesty in its many forms. Obviously, it prohibits lying in informal settings as well as in legal settings. But it covers much more. It condemns half-truths and telling secrets that can ruin reputations. It cautions us against making rash judgments, especially those based upon gossip and hearsay. Without all the facts, rash judgments can lead to actions that destroy reputations and even put lives at risk. The commandment takes a dim view on boasting and flattery, since both puff up the ego, many times at the cost of another, without a basis in fact. Finally, it pushes back on indifference and inaction. If someone lies and we do nothing, we implicitly agree with the liar and are complicit in the lie. The call to honesty is not absolute. Many times silence serves others better than raw honesty. Sometimes it's better not to share a fact in order for another to save face. Sometimes general safety and respect for privacy and the common good require silence, or at least the use of measured language. Pastors and professional counselors have an obligation to hold the secrets of others in the strictest confidence. The call to honesty also has limitations in social media. Modern means of communications have been a blessing and a curse. Media not only has the power to inform, it can promote cultural views and norms, it can even shape popular thinking, so we must use it wisely. We must avoid outlets that make profits by spreading misinformation and triggering rage in their consumers. We must insist that social media serve the greater good, not only by providing timely information and fair analysis, but by building up trust. It must respect the reputation and privacy of its consumers. Finally, the call to honesty can transcend mere facts. Truth can touch our souls and raise us into ecstatic heights through the arts. What we see, hear, and touch can communicate the universal truth of God and His love for us. We are made in His image and can see that image in the product of the artist. This is especially true in sacred art that conveys the truth of our faith. Let's return to the problem of dishonesty. Why do people lie? In many cases, people tell half-truths and even bold-faced lies to hide their true intent. They want what others have. This directly violates the 10th commandment, "You shall not covet anything of your neighbors." The 10th commandment stands against greed and an unhealthy desire for money. It shuns jealousy and envy that drives people to want what others possess. It encourages us to desire the good for others and to share what we have. Jesus saw some rich people tossing their gift into the offering box, one coin at a time. He also saw a poor widow putting in a few cents. He pointed her out to his followers. "I tell you that this poor woman has put in more than all the others. Everyone gave out of what they didn't need, but she is very poor and gave everything she had." What is truly good for ourselves? When we see our place in the bigger picture, when we see ourselves as part of a community dedicated to the good of all. A commitment to that vision requires honesty and a concern for others. When we turn away from those values, we violate the 8th and 10th commandments. These directives not only act as social guardrails, they promote healthy attitudes that bind us all closer together.